Chapter 11, Mishnah 9. Ordinary truma may not be fed to animals, because giving food that can be eaten by animals to an animal is considered wasteful. And truma may not be wasted or destroyed. The Mishnah discusses whether truma of a plant is usually used as animal feed. The Mishnah discusses whether truma of a plant usually used as animal feed may be given to animals. We now turn to the words of the Mishnah. Vetch, that is truma. A Kohen may feed it to his domestic animals, wild animals, or chickens. Since vetch is usually used as animal feed, feeding it to an animal is not considered wasteful, and thus its truma may be fed to an animal. However, truma vetch may be fed only to a Kohen's animal. The Mishnah discusses whether it may be fed to an animal rented from a Kohen or by a Kohen. If a Yisrael rented a cow from a Kohen, he may feed it truma vetch. Although the Yisrael has the right to use the cow and is responsible to feed it, it belongs to a Kohen. Therefore, the Yisrael may feed it truma. But if a Kohen rented a cow from Yisrael, even though the obligation to produce the animal's food is on the Kohen, he may not feed it truma vetch, because the animal belongs to a Yisrael, and truma may not be fed to the animal of a Yisrael. The Mishnah discusses the law in the case of a unique kind of leasing arrangement. If a Yisrael assessed the value of a cow before he leased it from a Kohen, and he agreed to repay the Kohen that value no matter what, the Yisrael may not feed the cow truma vetch. Although the cow technically belongs to a Kohen, the Yisrael is considered its owner because he accepted full responsibility for it. Thus it may not be fed truma. But if a Kohen assessed the value of a cow before he leased it from Yisrael, and he agreed to repay the Yisrael the value no matter what, the Kohen may feed the cow truma vetch, because in such a case the Kohen accepted full responsibility for the animal, and thus is considered its owner. Since the animal belongs to a Kohen, it may be fed truma.